Nobody, no crime. Well, not on my time. Eyes are watching, giving victims a voice. Raise your voice from Delphi to Camden, and there will be no more botching. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an alibi if you collect evidence in red Solo cups. If your expert says it just did, you might have a problem. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an
Hello. Happy Monday. How is everyone? Thank you for joining me. We have MJ. How are you? Oh, thank you. Yes, Brian Hinton is a doll. He is so nice. That was at, I don't know, CrimeCon a few years ago, and he's fantastic. He's one of the best reporters in mainstream media, and he's a really good dude. How is everyone? We've got Heather, Holly Mack. How are you? Am I lagging for anybody? Let me know if the connection is okay. If not, we will figure it out. Hi, Bethany. We got AZ, D Miller in the house. Let's see. Lindsay's here. Of course, Beach Life. And Nandy, how are you, babe? Good to see you. We've got, let's see, okay, I said D Miller. We got Nicola. How are you? Good to see you, babe. And Kelly is here. Miss Kravitz. All right. Excellent. Excellent. We got the shoe. How are we? Wendy's here. Oh, man. Did anyone think? No. Here we are, right? PCB Amy, how are you, babe? Good to see you. Lindsay is here. Hey, Debbie. All right. We got Kim. Sherry with the S. Good to see you. And Side Eyes. Hi. How are you, love? All right. Good to see everyone. How was everyone's Monday? Was it decent? I hope so. Yes. Happy Monday to you guys. All right. So we had a normal Monday, right? And we thought we would get maybe a week off from the vitriol that is spewed all over Jess Machado's channel every day. We thought we might get a little break. At least that was the words that were being spoken and told, and all of that. And then today happened, and I ended up looking maybe around 11 o'clock, and turns out it was not drama free. In fact, it was not. So, yes, very hot in Austin. I'm sure it's hot here. And so I can't even imagine. Hi, Naira. Good to see you. Yes. So surprise, that didn't happen. She said she was going drama free and she couldn't do it. Which, if anybody saw the tweet when Megan Fox gave her this, challenge, she took it up right away, and it was something she wanted to do, allegedly. And then within a few minutes, she's like, well, actually, I need to let me plan this. Let me make sure I have enough time to plan. And Megan's like, why would you need to plan just to stop talking shit about people? And she's like, well, you're gonna be watching. I have to make my shows good. Like, again, just doesn't make sense. And so then she, kind of backtracked on that whole thing. But then this whole week, she was, hey, how are ya? She was telling everyone, well, we're gonna be doing, no drama and all this. And hey, shall hell. So and then Monday comes around. I think a lot of us kind of already knew. Hi, Cassie, how are you? That it probably wasn't going to go the way that she was saying it was going to go. And then, sure enough, boom, the whole show drama. And again, it was a nobody cares about her stuff. Again, she was trying to get ahead of everything that she knows is out there. Yes, she ran false info on the umbrella guy instead of checking and finding out about loophole. They don't want to poke that mess. Yeah, they really don't, but they did. Again, this is why you don't just spit stuff out, because you have to check things out, and she doesn't. So, yeah, but she was trying to get ahead of some stuff that she knows is out there that obviously Aiden will most likely, hey Courtney, be showing on his valid truth journey whenever he does that, right? So she wanted to try and get ahead of it. Again, I didn't even record half of that because I don't care. I don't care. And at this point, nothing she says, in my opinion, is accurate. So I don't care to listen to it. I will listen to it on Aiden's truth journey when he presents the documents and all of that. However, before she got into all of her shit, she had to take a minute to continue to dox Hellfish Haven. Okay, so it wasn't that was enough she did the other day. 7-Eleven is now she's not allowed to talk about him because the police were called and the harassment that was that. And so now Machado is speaking. And so she dropped his divorce documents as if anyone gives two shits about that. No one cares. Like nobody. So she read that out, doxing his ex-wife, because she has anything to do with any of this. And I got to thinking about it, and she likes to say she lives in the best country in the world. She can't really articulate that to someone who she's on with chat roulette, but she likes to say that we live in the best country in the world. We have all these freedoms and things like that, but then she doesn't like the freedom. She doesn't like the laws. So when people are accused of things and they're not processed and they don't go to the courts and the charges are dropped, she likes to continue to push that narrative. So she's continued to push that narrative. But I couldn't help but think that someone like her who says that she supports the veterans and veterans hold a special place in her heart, all of that stuff, right? She even said it was weird. It was very weird. She was accusing him of all these things that were actually dropped on him, like completely dropped. She was still calling him those things after knowing that those things had been dropped. And then she says in the same breath, but I think he's doing good work. I think he's meaning to just really help. Okay. So if that's the truth, if you think that he has this organization to help veterans who, by the way, fight for our country, see things that no one should have to see, have PTSD, and the amount of mental health struggles that they face when they come back here, is something that no one should have to endure. So if she really thinks that he's helping with his nonprofit, helping other veterans who, by the way, have mental health struggles, who suffer with not wanting to be here anymore, very serious things. All she's doing is discrediting a nonprofit who is here to try to help other veterans and is discouraging them from going there to seek help from their PTSD, their depression, and their mental health problems. So, way to go, Machado. Way to go. You should be absolutely ashamed of yourself because all that is doing is making other veterans who are suffering mentally, like really suffering, not want to go reach out for help to this nonprofit who is there to help other veterans. That's disgusting. Like, just when I think this woman can't get any more selfish, then I realize this and what she's doing. That's disgusting. It's despicable. You should be ashamed of yourself to say that you care about veterans and then to literally try to discredit this place so that people don't reach out for help. Way to go. Way to fucking go. Like, it is disgusting what you're doing. There is a lack of mental health help for our veterans here in this country. And the fact that you would besmirch this guy's name, who, by the way, didn't ever get charged. I mean, he got charged with it, but he didn't get found guilty because they dropped the charges. So you're trying to make people not go to his nonprofit to get help for mental health. I hope you feel real good about that one. Anyways, that's what really pissed me off because I realized that is the ultimate effect, right? Is making people not want to go there to get the help, to be able to speak to somebody who has been there, who has the resources and is licensed to be that mental health PTSD advocate for these other veterans who have been through horrible things. And so it's just absolutely despicable. So again, shame on you. And I hope you feel real good about yourself. So anyway, she doxed his ex-wife with court documents today. Again, nobody cares. Like, nobody listens to anything she says. But she has to. This is a power play for her. She's seen it done by other people, and I guess she thinks that that's powerful. No one's listening to a damn word she's saying. So again, the only thing that irritates me is really the fact that you're discouraging veterans from going to his nonprofit to get help for their mental health and their PTSD and depression. So way to go. You're a real winner. Anyways, we will go on and see how her stream went today. So, again, she was saying the whole time she was going to be doing the no drama, and we'll see how that worked out for her right off the bat, guys. It's shocking. All right.
What I put out there is susceptible to public scrutiny.
Oh,
In 7 days, 5 days,
here we go.
fucking 7 days, 5 days, no. Go earn your street cred somewhere else. Good morning. I'm wearing my shirt that says wifey, something that someone that is related to Aiden Carney would never be wearing. Good morning.
Again, so this is the name of my stream because it was so out there and it made absolutely zero sense. It wasn't funny. It wasn't clever. Like it didn't make sense. Like, she thought that there would be some kind of like nothing about that was funny. It didn't make sense. It was the most outrageous, ridiculous, dumb comment. Also, you're 50 years old. Why are you wearing a shirt that says wifey? But okay, you go right ahead. You are just phenomenal.
Hi, how are you? My name's Jess. You're listening to 20.
Oh, and also because we don't show her, she does this about 55 times in this stream. I don't know why. I don't know if she thinks that that's slimming for about 1 second when she does it. Not sure. It's just weird. And that's what you're missing when you see that and the beautiful sweatshirt that said wifey. So just so you guys can get a visual. Okay.
24. Maybe you're watching it. We're in the house today. We're in the home studio. Oh, I see Amy's here. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning. Hi, how are you? We're going to get right the motherfuck into it. We're not waiting. I've been chomping at the bit for days. You know how there's like,
Although you were live Saturday, but Okay.
Opening credits, you get your song, you get to ease into it. No, raw dog.
Opening credits. This is not a movie. Like, is she in the La La Land that she thinks that every day when she gets out of her bed, doesn't brush her teeth, goes and gets her coffee, she's in a movie? I'm not sure, but there's no opening credits. This is just YouTube, babe. Like, it's not, you're not in a movie.
24 on 24 right now. We're going to start with court documents.
Shocking. Court documents.
6 a.m. court docs. All right. So let's get into it. We're not going to do too much about Aiden Carney. We're going to wait for him to do his valid truth journey about me. The man is fighting for his motherfucking life, and he's got spreadsheets about how often Jess Machado talks about him. Cry about it. And also, when you're done with me, do every other content creator in your fucking circle. When you're done, do Will, do Baker.
Oh, but babe, you already did that. So why would he redo that? Only you copy content. Remember, you like the reruns, not him.
Do everybody. Get them all ready. And then start doing, you don't have time. You're fighting for your life. Don't worry. We're going to do it. Don't worry. We've got people to do it. Don't worry.
That sounds like a threat. I don't know about you guys, but that sure sounds like a threat. Because the real truth is that this one doesn't have a life. Clearly.
We'll show that too. And we're actually going to take it further because you're lazy. You don't even have anyway, we're not giving all the tricks of the trade out now. What you're watching.
There's no tricks of the trade. These are public documents. I mean, again, do you think it's cool? Congratulations. You know how to work Google and Court Doc. I don't understand. Like, you don't have access to anything that anyone else doesn't. This is not a flex. You're 50 years old, doxing people. Gross.
Right now is Aiden Carney do damage control. This man got involved in something that he should have never got involved in. And like everything else in his life, he doesn't know when to quit. He doesn't know when to stop. He doesn't know when it's actually harmful to him. And so he is just like doubling, tripling, quadrupling all of the things down on hating Jess Machado. At this point now, we are in the Jess Machado must be completely discredited phase of his valid truth journey again.
No, you already discredited yourself all by your big girl self. You did that. All by your lonesome. Also, he hasn't even done the valid truth journey. It was like a little sliver of a upcoming truth journey. And she's already crashing out this hard.
That's me. If you don't know the next step in this, just go back and watch the valid truth journey about Meredith and you will see what's next. But in the meantime, we are now, listen, it's, take a second and breathe, Jessica. Chestnut checkers, chestnut checkers, chestnut checkers.
Chestnut checkers? Again, I don't understand none of these things are funny. Like, no one thinks that's funny. That's weird. Just like you wearing the wifey shirt and somehow attributing it back to Aiden. That's weird. You sound weird.
This is new. This one is my favorite.
But it's just like, no, you extinguish it by making her a social pariah. Like, because this is a problematic person that if you want to be friends with her, go. If you want to follow her and be like, I'm a bunion.
Yeah, you know when I became a problem for Aiden Carney? When I publicly admitted that he recorded Karen Reed. I became a problem for Aiden Carney when he convinced other content creators to lie and say that they never heard a recording of him recording Karen.
I'll take things that aren't accurate for 500. Again, if you didn't watch Aiden, go watch his show last night. He shows the actual timeline with receipts, and we were all there. We saw it. She thinks that the pylon started when Aiden came out and said something. Yeah, no, it had been going weeks before that. The delusion, the I will twist your words to try to make it suitable for me. This is all what she does every single day. It's exhausting.
Reed, after his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, who he fucked over exposed him for recording Karen Reed. And when everybody, for whatever reason, and I'm not judging anybody, made the decision to publicly lie for him because not only did he ask and demand it, but you were worried about the repercussions if you don't. Day one, this bitch was like, not only did I hear it, but I'm telling you I heard it.
Why was that? Why was that? Because you wanted to sound like you were someone. Again, you fixed yourself and hitched yourself to Turtle Boy's wagon. You rode his coattails. That's why you said you heard it. It wasn't because you're honest. In fact, we single-handedly proved you wrong about everything that you've said a couple streams ago when we showed multiple examples over the last few months of you saying, oh, this smells good, or I love the smell of lumber while being in Home Depot, after you told everyone you couldn't smell, and you have lost that sense for years. And then you apologized the next day and said, oh, you're right. Lauren was right. I did smell gas, but it wasn't because I smelt it. I saw the knob on because my mom's memory is getting bad. And you blamed your mom. So then we showed multiple instances where you were smelling things and I'm just a smell girly. So tell me some more how honest you are. Okay.
And that's it. This is when Jess Machado became a problem.
Text message.
Every time he says, like last night he's trying to like convince everybody
It's going well, seriously.
that Kimberly and I are like not okay. Kimberly was right about her. Kimberly was right about Jess Machado. Everything she ever said about Jess.
Yes. While I have you here, thank you so much for reminding me, Maza. Maza, we are going to be doing a fundraiser, a joint fundraiser for our friend KY Maverick and also Kelsey. So it's going to be a double hitter at Maza's house. He will be hosting and at 5 p.m. on Sunday. So I know you guys will all be there. This community is fantastic at supporting each other. And these are the things that really matter. And so we are going to be doing that. KY Maverick is having to stay, in Tennessee for months and months and all of that. So he needs some help with his housing and things like that. Those funds that we raised, unfortunately, they're quickly spent, but they do make a huge difference. And so we're going to be doing a fundraiser for him. And then, of course, for Kelsey, because her fight for baby is not over. And the custody battle is expensive. Family attorneys are quite expensive. And, Justin has a GoFundMe now. So we need to get those funds up for her as well. So we will be at Maza's house on Sunday at 5. Thank you so much, Maza.
Machado was right. Oh, you mean back then when I was told that Meredith said 3 content creators heard a recording of Karen Reed. And then when you told me.
Yes, Valhalla. Hers is earlier in the afternoon. In fact, it ends, I believe, at 4 or 5, but it's not, because I'll be on that one as well. So it will be like a triple header, really. But I made sure that I found out what time hers ended so that we weren't overlapping. So make sure you join May Lynn's before Maza's. And then we'll just go from May Lynn's over to Maza's house, where we'll be raising funds for KY and Kelsey. So we're just going to raise all the funds for people who are worthy in this community, who we care about and can use them. So Sunday will be a really good day, a day where we're doing actual important work. So make sure you join, and I'm sure all of you will, and we'll see you there.
I recorded Karen Reed, and then you played it for me. And then I asked you, who else did you play this for? And you said, Nurse Kim and Will DeClaire. And then when Meredith came out and was just like, I know we played it for 3 content creators. You think I'm going to sit around here and wait for the fucking other shoe to drop? Absolutely not. Got right on his faces. I was like, yep, I heard it. Yep, I heard it. No, I never said who played.
Yeah, you you acted like a child, like a teenager who heard something, who couldn't wait to spread it around because you want to be the first person to tell people about it, right? When it wasn't your business to tell anyone and it was inaccurate. So there's that.
For me, I think it's pretty obvious at this point. Aiden Carney called me and played the recording of Karen Reed because he wanted me to suck his balls and make him feel better about the fact that Karen, while not knowing she was being recorded, got pissed off at Aiden for all the shit that he was doing. Yes, I can see why you don't like me. I can see why you faked it the whole time. I can see why you lied about being friends with me. I can see that how.
Right, because that's so beneficial to him. Ma'am, it's the other way around. You were never a friend to him. He has absolutely nothing to gain by being a friend or a supposed friend to you. You, on the other hand, have everything to gain, and you did. You gained everything by attaching yourself to him and throwing his name out every single chance you got.
All the way back then, you were like this bitch, and now it's all coming out now. Let it discredit me. Do everything. Listen, do you understand? Does everybody understand? In the past, 3 months, I have been accused of stealing from veterans, squatting in a home, child abuse.
I'm sorry. Was I not present for that class when someone accused her of child abuse? Did that happen? Because I don't recall anything of the sort. Okay.
Whatever. I mean, you name it. I'm one person, and there's 7 different accusations levied upon me. And I maintain this weird.
Nobody that I know of. She just makes things up to make things more outrageous so that people feel sorry for her.
Mentality where it's I don't want to give this credibility by disputing it because that looks sloppy. It looks desperate. It looks like that doesn't work anymore. So we're going to get right into court documents. I also saw, I don't watch his show anymore because it's almost it's frustrating.
Sure. Just like you don't watch anyone else's show, but you're in the chat. Cool.
It's uncomfortable. It's cringe. There's another part in here. I don't know if it was this one or another one where he's talking about the Betero thing where he's last fall, Meredith posted that Aiden lost Betero as an attorney. Aiden's leaving out the fact that he called me on my phone and was I lost Betero. And I was what do you mean? And he's Betero's out. And I was okay. And then shortly thereafter, Meredith posted it. So then I said he lost Betero.
Well, by God, if she posted it, it must be true. The delusion of this whole thing it's so crazy. Absolutely crazy. And again, she was never his friend. She wouldn't have done all the other things before this. But then again, I don't care if you thought it was true. I don't care if his ex-girlfriend posted it. If you were a friend, you wouldn't have posted that. And if he wanted to make an announcement of something, you would have let him do that. It's not your business. And then turns out the whole thing wasn't accurate, shockingly. So you just made an ass of yourself and showed the world that you were never his friend anyways. And somehow this is his fault.
And then on his show, he's lying. He flat lies. And he's just oh yeah, you called me. You called me and you told me that Betero was out. It was your words. You called me. You were so distraught. You were so upset. And Meredith confirmed what you told me online. And maybe you lied. Maybe you were just you.
Are you listening to the words that are coming out of your mouth?
Felt like he was out. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You told me he was out. You told me you lost Betero. And Meredith also posted that you lost Betero.
Because you two are the most reliable sources on the internet.
That's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to wait for him to do his valid truth journey that he is investing hours in.
Ma'am, I don't know why you're giving yourself that much credit. I think a lot of people, all of the people that hate you, probably that you screwed over in your lifetime, are reaching out and giving him a whole lot of stuff. He's a little busy. So, but you keep on with the delusion that he's dreaming about you at night, because that's not happening.
Okay. Yeah, the spreadsheet, it's so bizarre. We are going to go over some.
There's a spreadsheet. It's so bizarre. Meanwhile, you have a stand on a huge whiteboard with people's names on it with things written out in spread, like in an actual spreadsheet that Spicy Misty did. Okay.
Documents, but before we do.
Dead air, guys.
Thank you for joining me. This is some documents from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. This is between a woman named Jessica Geary. She was married to a man, Michael J. Geary. Now, I have reason to believe that I authenticated court documents like a real journalist through multiple fast.
Okay. So again, this is when she drops allegedly Hellfish Haven's divorce documents, because those are so exciting. No one gives a shit. Move on with your life. Again, all you're doing is hurting veterans who would reach out to this nonprofit, to someone who is licensed to do this, to help people who have been in the military, served this country, and who are suffering from depression, not wanting to be here, and mental health struggles with PTSD. So you are deterring those veterans from reaching out to that nonprofit for help. You're gross. You're disgusting. Again, I will give nothing that you say about anybody that you dox, any airtime, any air to breathe, because you're disgusting.
So I put my life out there. What I put out there is susceptible to public scrutiny. It is susceptible to people making fun of it. It's there. And if I didn't talk about it, then you wouldn't get it. Like, whatever, there are parts of my life that we don't talk about. Those things don't get discussed publicly. So when I talk about my husband, my family, or whatever, I have in the past talked a little bit about one of the biggest things in our life, which is my husband and his disconnect from his son over the past couple of years. We don't talk a lot about it. We talked about it one time. And the reason I talked about it was because I felt a couple things. One, I felt like I wasn't being authentic. I felt like there was always this thing in the background where I wasn't being honest. I talk about my 3 children all the time, but if prior to the start of this show, any literature you find about me, you see we were a family of 6, right? And so I always, I'm not saying just the optics of it, and somebody was going to be like, well, why is there one child missing? But it was also like, I'm not being honest. I'm leaving out like a massive part of our life, like a huge part of our life, which is a child. And it's so painful that it's very hard to talk about. Things that happened to me when I was a kid, right? So many years have passed. So it's still not easy to talk about, but it's definitely talkable. We can talk.
No, you need to talk to a therapist about it. A psychiatrist, a therapist, and get your shit handled, because you're bringing your trauma on the internet and exposing everyone else to your trauma, and that's selfish.
About it. What is not easy to talk about is something that we are currently going through. I shared a little bit, again, because I wanted to be authentic and honest, but there are a lot of parts to this that, because of personal health, HIPAA, lots of things, and also to protect the privacy of
HIPAA? Really?
Of my husband's son, we can't discuss, and we will not be discussing. I do feel confident that if we could, so many things would click into place for people, but that's neither here nor there. So currently, right now, we can't discuss some current things. However, we can discuss the things that Aiden Carney is bringing up and using to either discredit or exploit me, or kind of highlight that, like, this notion that my husband is like a bad person. And first and foremost, he's not giving you the whole story. He's only cherry picking parts of the story so that they fit the narrative that we are trash, we are scumbags, we are losers, right?
I mean, I think you prove that daily by the words that come out of your mouth. I don't think anything about your court documents prove that. I think you, every single day, when you choose to get on the internet and shit on good people, lie about them, dox them, that proves the type of people you are. That Aiden's not doing that. Again, that this is you.
Which for me is Aiden Carney putting a square peg into a round hole. Aiden has written stories about.
Again, that doesn't fit. She heard that and she wanted to use that. It doesn't fit. That's not what that means.
True scumbags, true people that have lost their children, abused their children, people in domestic violent situations. There's no doubt if you followed Aiden, you know the stories that he has brought to the forefront. And like, we're not in that category. We're just not in that category. We wouldn't be able to be the people that we are in our society, in our family, if we were any of the things that this person is like making us out to be. The number one reason why he is doing that is to discredit me, is to make people not believe me.
Ma'am, you do this every day. You discredit yourself. That's why we're here. That's what we do here on this channel, is we go over your own words and we point out the contradictory statements that you make daily, the lies that you say daily, and we call them out. That's your fault. The words that you're speaking come out of your mouth. What the hell does that have to do with Aiden?
Make people think that if Jeff Machado says something, it's not true. So that if I ever do talk about him, he can say, I've already laid out the foundation that this woman is not a credible person.
You have already made yourself not a credible, serious person. You did that all by yourself in this span of time that you've had your YouTube show. Case in point, go back a few streams when we pointed out how you lied about not having your sense of smell for years. And then we pull up all kinds of clips of you talking about, this smells good. I love this smell, blah, blah, blah. Case in point, when you bought the purses and you said, did you see how easy I just lied to my husband? You alone make yourself not credible. Maybe don't brag about how easily you lie to your husband and then come on in like 2 days and say Aiden is trying to make you not credible so people won't believe you. Man, people don't believe you because they heard you lie to your husband so easily and you bragged about it. People don't believe you because you said you lost your sense of smell for years, and you cry about it almost daily and you haven't been able to smell. And then I pulled up like 4 or 5 instances in streams recently where you talk about things smelling good or smells you smelled. You did that. Your words, your big fat mouth. You can't seem to close it and it gets you in trouble. But you want to blame someone else for everything that you do because you can't ever be wrong. So now you're saying Aiden's trying to make you not credible. No. Congratulations. You did that one on your own.
She's a loser. They're scumbags. They're squatters. They don't have kids. Like they lost a kid. Her husband's a deadbeat. He doesn't pay child support. All that stuff. This is a foundation to discredit me so that if and when I ever do tell my story about him, he can.
You don't have a story. If you had a story, you'd already said it. Just like the Baker story you didn't have because it didn't exist.
Fucking 7 days, 5.
Sorry, guys.
So I put my life out there of our life, which is a child. And what is not easy to talk about is something that we are currently going through. I shared a little bit, again, because I wanted to be authentic and honest, but there are a lot of parts to this that because of personal health, HIPAA, lots of things, and also to protect the privacy of my husband's son.
Sorry, guys.
We can't discuss, and we will not be discussing. I do feel confident that if we could, so many things would click into place for people.
Yeah, it's easy to say when you're not going to share it.
And that my husband is like a bad person. And first and foremost, he's not giving you the whole story. He's only cherry picking parts of the story so that they fit the narrative that we are trash, we are scumbags, we are losers, right? Which for me is Aiden Carney putting a square peg into a round hole. Aiden has written stories about true scumbags, true people that have lost their children, abused their children, people in domestic violent situations. There's no doubt if you followed Aiden, you know the stories that he has brought to the forefront. And like, we're not in that category. We're just not in that category. We wouldn't be able to be the people that we are in our society, in our family, if we were any of the things that this person is like making us out to be. The number one reason why he is doing that is to discredit me, is to make people not believe me, make people think that if Jess Machado says something, it's not true. So that if I ever do talk about him, he can say, I've already laid out the foundation that this woman is not a credible person. She's a loser. They're scumbags. They're squatters. They don't have kids. Like, they lost a kid. Her husband's a deadbeat.
They don't have kids. No, that's what you called me. You called me a barren bitch. I think you're getting your fake stories twisted. Remember when you did that? You have kids. You just don't claim one of them or something. I don't know. Whatever. You're getting your lies confused again. You do it real time. It's wild.
Doesn't pay child support. All that stuff. This is a foundation to discredit me so that if and when I ever do tell my story about him, he can just point to these spreadsheets and point to all of these court documents. Unfortunately, he's not doing the whole story, and I am equally as tenacious as he is. So
Ma'am, do you know what that word means? You are not. Stop it. Stop lying to yourself.
Let's get some work done, okay? So the court documents that Aiden Carney shared about my husband were the original court documents from when he and his wife got divorced. So my husband and his wife dated, got engaged, got married, had a baby, and bought a house all within a span of like several years.
What does that have to do with anything?
Portuguese, and you're a Portuguese man in this area, southeastern Massachusetts, you understand that there's kind of like a fast track to adulthood, right? And my husband joined the National Guard when he was 17, right out of high school, met his ex-wife several years after that, and it was fast track life, right? And, you know, looking back, I don't think they were really set up for success. I think, again, it was just like, this is what you do. You have two Portuguese families on either side. So I put my life out there that we had to sign over custody or guardianship of Julia to the mother. And I talked.
So I didn't listen. I didn't listen to this part because, like I said, I don't give two shits about what her court documents say. Anything that she's going to try and justify, I'm going to not probably believe anything of it anyways, just because of once you show me. Again, once you lie on the stand in a courtroom, the rest of your testimonies, they toss it out pretty much. No one is going to, you're not credible. And she's lied so many times about so many things. She can't not lie. So for me, I wasn't going to listen to it. I didn't care about it because anything she said wasn't going to make sense. So I got in on the very tail end of something about she gave over her daughter's parental, I don't know, someone fill me in, something about that, right? Let's see. I think she says it here.
That we had to sign over custody or guardianship of Julia to the mother.
So she terminated her parental rights of her oldest child and signed over parental rights to her mother or something. Again. Okay.
And I talked to Ron, and I talked to an attorney, and they, first of all, thought it was absolutely crazy that we were doing this. But
I wonder why they could think that was crazy.
we were all set to do it. We were advised on what to write on those documents, which was, this is the reason why we are doing this. Like, we can't provide a suitable home environment for her. But the testimony in court was very different. We told the truth in front of the judge. We told the judge why we were doing it. The mother was there. She agreed to take on the responsibility of Julia. And
from what I understood from the very tiny bit of this part that I watched, she turned over her rights to Julia's friend's mom or something, not like a family member. That's from what I gathered. Okay.
we told the judge why we were doing it. We wanted her to be with her friends. We wanted her to enjoy school, even for February until June, and then hope that she would get school choice in the following year. And the judge looked at Julia, who had to testify, and the judge said, "You're very lucky that you have parents who would do something like this for you." And she was crying, and she said, "I know, I was crying. You know, Ron was there. We all had to testify, and we had to go through this crazy fucking scenario just so my daughter would be happy. And we had to sign over our rights as parents because the school district forced us to do that."
Okay. I don't know anything about the whole story. I skipped through all the papers that she supposedly read, but I do know this is not a thing. The school board and the school district doesn't force you to sign over rights to your kids. That's not a real thing. Okay. I might be a barren bitch, but I do know that's not accurate. Okay. You don't have to be a mother to know and be an educated woman. Okay. So this is not a thing. That I do know.
So Julia could go to school from February until June of her 8th grade year. So we did that. So it's not a big aha moment for you people where you're sitting there and saying, "Look at this. She had to sign over the rights of the child." That's the reason. That's what it was. That's why we did it. Pull the transcript, pull the audio, get your fucking stories right.
Because that makes no sense. But all right, that's weird. But whatever. Again, I'll wait for Aiden's truth journey to find out the truth. Because again, she just said something to me that is so inaccurate that why would I waste time and listen to that story? Cats. They just knocked over my drink. And then she just scratched my leg all up. Okay.
Every single solitary time you people frame me as a scumbag piece of shit, I will.
Nobody needs to frame you for anything. That's the wild part, is that no one needs to make you look any certain way. You make your own self look this way. Okay.
Remind my followers or people who are just out there observing all of it, it's never true. There's always the truth. There's what these people are framing me as being responsible for, and then there's what really happened. And the giddiness and excitement that Aiden has for sharing these things without the full story is disgusting. It's gross.
Disgusting.
So that is the other piece of paper that's floating around. I have to pause you for a second. We're going to listen to a song. I have to go get something else so we can disprove something else for you all this morning as well, that we had to sign over custody or guard.
Okay.
We have the audio for that. I think I've played it before. Holly made this huge case. She had testimony. I had a counter suit, and once I recognized, and it was really just a security blanket. Like, if there's no way to know what the judge is like, what if this judge is like going to, hand out restraining orders? Well, I wanted to be able to present mine, and I felt like I had more of a case for a restraining order than Holly did.
Ma'am, you think everything requires a restraining order, and that's pathetic. Like, I don't know anybody in real life who has a restraining order. But for the reasons that this woman gets restraining orders, that is not why restraining orders are in place. She gets a restraining order because of Grant at court, when we all saw how she was acting towards Grant in the line at court. Then she goes and tries to get one, I guess, on Holly McNamara. I don't even know who that is. Some political woman who, whatever. Then she goes to try to get one on Altman because she Venmoed her $1 or something and wrote a message in there. Ma'am, you look like the idiot. Stop. You look like an absolute idiot. And she's showing like a big folder thing that she brought to court on McNamara, but also is going to say something about Aiden having a spreadsheet. You have a whole folder, and you've admitted that you have folders of everybody.
So I prepared this binder.
Oh, binder. Sorry, guys.
And so in it, we have the audio for that. I think I've played it before. Holly made this huge case.
Okay, again, I don't care about any of that.
This is October, November. I was barely monetized. Like I wasn't, it doesn't matter what so I say it wasn't me that's squatting. I call, I get this thing. What happens? The name of the person who calls name is Jeffrey. So then it's back like, oh, like every single solitary time I say, the newest is Valerie. Valerie's like, I've got someone in my inbox telling me that you drive drunk every weekend. I don't even drink every weekend. I don't even drink every weekend.
Did you guys catch that? She's like, I don't even drink, because that was what she was saying for the longest time. Up until she drank every day on her vacation and showed the pictures of her drinking every day on the vacation. She's like, I don't drink. I don't drink at all. And then she realized she caught herself. Let's play that back.
This is October, November. I was barely monetized. Like I wasn't, it doesn't matter what so I say it wasn't me that's squatting. I call, I get this thing. What happens? The name of the person who calls name is Jeffrey. So then it's back like, oh, like every single solitary time I say, the newest is Valerie. Valerie's like, I've got someone in my inbox telling me that you drive drunk every weekend. I don't even drink every weekend. I don't even drink every weekend. I can't tell you.
I don't even drink every weekend. I can't. Let's take a break and let me look at some of these super chats that you guys sent. All right. Hey, Cam, how are you? Thank you so much for the 2 jewels for a silver star. Grandma, welcome. You've become a new YouTube member. Welcome to the tribe here. I think you will like it. Let's see. Joanne, thank you so much for the 30 jewels for the flower. And Best Future, thank you so much for your 2 jewels for the 100. Darlene, thank you for the 10 jewels for the gold coin. And Kiki St. John became a new member. Hi, Kiki. Welcome to the tribe. We have a great little community here, and we are growing. So welcome. We are happy to have you. Los Angeles Thrifter sent 250 jewels for a laughing disco. Thank you so much, guys. Y'all are the best. All right. Let's see what else she's going to say.
The last time I was really drunk outside of when I was in Pensacola. I don't understand.
Hard to deny that one when you came on a live stream and were slurring your words and assaulting the little chef guy at the boardwalk up here. Yeah, hard to deny that one.
And how people can just lie, and one lie and then maybe a while later another lie. But this is like, we're currently in month 2 of.
Wait, I'm sorry. What? You understand when people can lie and then maybe a little while later another lie? How about you just don't lie? How about that? Like, that's a thought.
Some of the most egregious fucking shit ever. And I feel like my reputation cannot overcome it. I feel don't talk about these content creators for a week. Why should that be the reason why, or the starting point for people to not lie about me? Why do I?
Okay, this woman is not smart enough to get this. That had nothing to do why Megan Fox said to you, hey, I challenge you to just talk about not shit talk people for a week. It had nothing to do with so that they'll stop lying about you. Ma'am, do you understand? Like, are you cognitively all there? The way to twist everything around. That had nothing to, she was just challenging you because you're the one that's out here shit talking, lying, and slandering people's names. Also doxing people. So she challenged you to do a week of not talking shit about everyone. It had nothing to do with anything else. This is some narrative you've created in your mind.
I have to keep my opinion about people to myself in order to prevent people from lying about me. You know, I mean, over the past couple of days, I just keep thinking to myself, can I finish the year and have all my debt paid off and end this and just be done? And
Probably not if you keep going on vacations like you just did. Anyone can look up how much that costs just for the stay. That doesn't include the airfare and the food and the drinks that you had while you were here, but you put it all out there where you stayed, and anyone can go look at the dates and see how much you paid. So probably not. You're probably not going to pay off all your debt because you keep spending it.
go back to anything. Like the goal here was to kind of like get through Julia's wedding, have enough money for that. The goal is to get like, do I need any of this?
Put a 0 in the chat if you think she had nothing to do with the payment of the wedding. Put a 0 in the chat. Again, I don't know, but knowing that the baby daddy has a lot of money, you'd think she paid for that? Okay, we're getting, oh, yep. Okay, I'm seeing some zeros popping up. Oh, yep, more zeros. More zeros. More zeros. Yep, a lot of zeros. Yep. Yeah. That doesn't really track for me either, but again, I don't know, just my personal opinion. Seems like it's y'all's personal opinion as well.
Any of the stuff that I don't need any of it. I don't need the money that comes along with this.
Then why do you try to brag about it every day and have some big flex? Again, your statements contradict themselves every single day.
The lying, the disparaging shit. I give my opinion on the internet just like
Is that, if that's true, that's interesting.
everybody else. I don't give back nearly what these people have done to me. I don't do anything like what these people are doing to me.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. Please tell me when I dox someone. Please tell me when bakers dox someone. Please tell me when experts dox someone. Please tell me when Valhalla has doxed someone and put out someone's tax documents. I'm sorry, what? You sound erotic. No one here, you don't see Rat House doxing people, putting out their records, their court documents, doxing where people live, their children's names, all of that. No, we don't do that here. But what was it you said?
If I did, then I would say, okay. I mean, over the past couple of days, I just keep thinking to myself, can I finish the year and have all my debt paid off and end this and just be done and go back to anything? Like the goal here was to kind of like get through Julia's wedding, have enough money for that. The goal is to get like, do I need any of this? Any of the stuff that I don't.
Thank you, Jess. You know what I was saying.
Need any of it. I don't need the money that comes along with this. The lying, the disparaging shit. I give my opinion on the internet just like everybody else. I don't give back nearly what these people have done to me. I don't do anything like what these people are doing to me.
I mean, this is just absolute insanity right here. This is says the woman who doxes people, makes fun of people for not being able to have children, who talks badly about people who are adopted, who shames people for having adult conversations between two consenting adults. What else? I mean, we could go on for hours just on the things that she does when none of us have done any of that. We simply comment on the things that she's doing to everyone else and how vile and how dishonest they are. That's what happened. I came out and was like, no, I've had enough. You've said enough about my friend and none of it's accurate. Okay. You can say all those things, but I'm going to come out here and say, no, you're absolutely wrong. I know who he is as a person, and he would never do those things. That's not at all what happened. And then because I did that, simply said those words, I got attacked. Same thing. Will came out and said, no, Baker's my friend, that this is ridiculous. The other woman is crazy. Okay. And then he got attacked. So talk to me about the things you do versus what everyone in this community does, which is play back your words, talk about the things you're saying and how despicable they are. You're the one who's going out doxing everyone, sending documents to Meredith. You literally said to Aiden, who's going to raise his children when he's in jail? I'm sorry. Has anyone said that to you? No one said that to you. No one's also said the things that you said about Aiden's mother to you about your mother. You're gross. You're delusional. You're a liar. You lie every single day. And we see that.
I did, then I would say, okay, so where's the $5,200, Aiden, from the Halloween fundraiser that you were supposed to have given to Karen Reed? Now,
So this is the latest, if you haven't heard. Now she's accusing Aiden of taking $5,200 from some fundraiser, I guess for Halloween or something, and accusing him of taking it. Again. Have you seen Aiden's defense fund? Aiden brings in money. Do you think he's stealing $5,000? No, he's not. She makes herself look like a complete idiot. Yeah. And then she's trying to bring the Roccos in because she knows they have beef. I mean, again, this is the same. The whole TBDS. It's just now it's her, and we all knew this was coming. We saw it coming. It's the same with every single person that, he speaks on, and they get their fifis hurt. Then they're totally turtle boy derangement syndrome. Like you just all up in it.
came up last fall. Somebody talked about it. And at that time, Aiden talked to me on the phone. And he told me that he never paid it. He told me he didn't pay it. And that
I'll take things that never occurred for 1,000.
He needed the money at the time. Fuck Karen is, I think, the way he said it. She didn't need the money. And he never paid it. But now he has to pay it. And so he didn't know.
Oh, did he? Is that what he said? Oh, so I don't know. Like she was throwing their names out there again, like she does, because that's what she does. She name drops because it's a big flex for her to name drop. Again, when you're not secure in yourself, then you need to attach yourself to someone. You need to name drop to try to make yourself look like you're something. So she was like, oh, Jenna was in here. I talked to Jenna and Jenna hasn't seen it. Oh, and Nick doesn't know what you're talking about. That's hilarious. I want to have to go look and see what he said. Hey, pretty kooky.
How to pay it. Because if he paid the $5,200, people would know that he paid it. So he told me that what he was going to do was he was going to go on the portal and he was going to pay it in increments of $1,000 anonymously.
Wait, I think you're getting your stories confused. Isn't that what you did with your veteran money? You paid it in increments? Are you confused again? Like, it seems like you might be getting your stories conflicted, because that's what you did with the hundreds. You just like did increments of 100 to the veteran people. But I think you're confused, and now you're saying that TB was going to do that.
We didn't care as long as the money got there, and it would be $1,000 here, $1,000 here, $1,000 here, $1,000 here, $1,200 here. And so I went back and I looked, and I can't find any of those payments at all.
Oh my gosh. Because that's the only way that Aiden could have given that money to Karen, was through her Gifsango. How dumb is she? Good God.
Nowhere. And then I messaged Jenna Rocco and I asked her if she could see those payments, and Jenna Rocco can't see those payments. And so where's the $5,200? After you told me that you never.
I wish you could see. This is like the one time I wish you could see her face. It's so obvious that she is so uncomfortable with even saying this. Like, she doesn't even have confidence in what she's saying. She can't sell this one. Normally, when she lies, she does it pretty easily, like you saw. But her face here is very telling.
Paid it, and then you told me that you didn't know how to pay it. And then you said you were going to pay it in the portal under an anonymous name. Is it there? I can't see it. So can you see it? Can you show your bank account to show you made those payments? The way these people are making me show my bank account?
Hey, hey, Mashada, you never showed your bank account. You never did. Never did you show your bank account. And actually, no one asked you to show your bank account at all. We just gave you suggestions on how it could probably give people like the confidence that you did donate it, is if you just went and got a receipt from the organization, but you didn't want to take that advice. Nobody asked you to show your bank account. So again, let's be accurate here, because again, we keep track of what you're saying. You may have a memory that sucks and you might get confused with all your lies, but we pick up on it here.
For $440 or $700, where is it? What? Well, I'm not even hitting nearly as hard as any of these motherfucking people are doing to me, and yet you're sitting over there in a space and a place where you are actually doing the wrong thing.
Imagine a world where this woman is telling anyone that they're doing the wrong thing, as she doxes people's tax documents, their divorce decrees, everything. She is definitely up there with what is morally right. I tell you what, this is absolutely insane. So yeah, well, she mentioned the $5,000 the other day. I said on here, I'm like, that was the one thing I didn't understand what she was talking about. And then now this is her latest thing.
You are actually lying. You are actually a motherfucking liar.
Okay. The verbiage on that is odd. Those of you who are into statement analysis will understand why I say that. That's one of the things I like. I like body language. I like statement analysis. This is a odd choice of words for this. That actually, it doesn't need to be there. Now, she could say actually and other things. However, if you're just lying, you're not going to say you're actually lying. You're actually lying. She repeats it twice. Listen, we'll go back a little bit.
Where's the money? Show your receipt. Where is it? What? Well, I'm not even hitting nearly as hard as any of these motherfucking people are doing to me. And yet you're sitting over there in a space and a place where you are actually doing the wrong thing. You are actually lying. You are actually a motherfucking liar.
That actually doesn't belong. The fact that it's there is a hotspot. These are classes that are taught. Yeah, thanks so much, Wild Goose. Go ahead and like the stream for me while you guys are here. We don't want to, Jess Machado has the hate viewers, but she has like 300, 400 likes because that's who's actually there for her. We don't want to be like rationed or, ratioed like that. So go hit the like button. We want to look like we have everyone that's here liking the stream. So if you guys can do that, thank you so much. Anyways, but yes, those are red flags. That actually, that it's so out of place in this context that it's a hotspot, and it would be a hotspot for anyone who studied statement analysis.
Where's the money? Show your receipts. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe after you told me that you were going to do this, you've done it. I went back and looked. I asked Jenna. Nobody can see the 5,200. Nobody can find 1,000. Maybe it's it. But I think the best thing for him to do is to show his bank account showing that he paid it. Because anything over $1,200 in the state of Massachusetts is a felony. And you're on bail.
Imagine this woman talking about felonies when she can't produce things that show things. It's just wild to me. Absolutely wild. Thank you so much. You guys are too kind, and I appreciate everybody coming over here. If you're new here, welcome. We were shamed for being a small channel, but we are growing. We have been growing. I've only been doing this since January. It's a new channel, but she likes to shame channels that don't have a lot of subscribers. When she started plummeting and losing all of her subscribers, then it changed to views. And so she's been trying to do that as a flex. But again, all we do here is discuss her words. She likes to really get pissed off. Like I push her buttons, but all we do is play her words and discuss it, the contradictions and the things that don't add up. And it really makes her mad. Turns out her words make her mad.
So I would get your receipts together and get them out to the public right away so everybody knows. People.
The receipt queen who refuses to show receipts wants the actual receipt daddy to show receipts. Oh my gosh, this is insane. Absolutely insane. Also, no one believes you. Like, just no one believes anything you're saying. No one believes you had this conversation. No one believes Aiden told you that. Also, no one believes Aiden did that. Have you seen Aiden? He's not stealing $5,000. Okay? It's not happening. He literally went to jail for this woman. You think he's stealing $5,000? Yeah, no. You sound ridiculous. Again.
They're coming after me for $220 fucking dollars of expenses that I couldn't even afford. So I just took them out of a profit of something I didn't even need to do. I could have made the full amount of money on my own and paid my goddamn fucking car bill or my electric or whatever. I could have done anything with.
Whoa. Okay, so now we've shifted from him to the veteran donations for her. And let's go back and listen to that carefully. Okay, let's listen to what she says here. She says some interesting things. I'm taking it way back, okay?
I think the best thing for him to do is to show his bank account showing that he paid it. Because anything over $1,200 in the state of Massachusetts is a felony. And you're on bail. So I would get your receipts together and get them out to the public right away so everybody knows. People are coming after me for $220 fucking dollars of expenses that I couldn't even afford. So I just took them out of a profit of something I didn't even need to do. I could have made the full amount of money on my own.
Okay, we're going to take it back again. For those of you, I know my sound went a little low. I got a text. Hold on. Yeah, so this is an admission. Listen to her words that she did exactly what Valhalla was saying that she did. She kind of did that the other day, but this is like Did she know? Did she realize? Or was this just her big mad and big talk and oops? Don't know. Let's listen.
Didn't even need to do. I
Oh,
could
I'm
have
gonna take it
made the
back.
full amount
Sorry, guys. We'll take it back even further.
of money on my own and paid my goddamn fucking car bill or my electric or whatever. I could have done anything with it, right? To do is to show his bank account showing that he paid it, because anything over $1,200 in the state of Massachusetts is a felony and you're on bail. So I would get your receipts together and get them out to the public right away so everybody knows. People are coming after me for $220 fucking dollars of expenses that I couldn't even afford, so I just took them out of a profit of something I didn't even need to do. I could.
Whoa. Well, there it is. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to listen to that again.
Made the full amount as any of these motherfucking people are doing to me, and yet you're sitting over there in a space and a place where you are actually doing the wrong thing. You are actually lying. You are actually a motherfucking liar. Where's the money? Show your receipts. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe after you told me that you were going to do this, you've done it. I went back and looked. I asked Jenna. Nobody can see the 5,200. Nobody can find 1,000. Maybe it's it. But I think the best thing for him to do is to show his bank account showing that he paid it. Because anything over $1,200 in the state of Massachusetts is a felony and you're on bail. So I would get your receipts together and get them out to the public right away so everybody knows. People are coming after me for $220 fucking dollars of expenses that I couldn't even afford, so I just took them out of a profit of something I didn't even need to do. I could have made the full amount of money on my own and paid my goddamn fucking car bill or my electric or whatever. I could have done anything with it, right? And you are watching that happen, you know it happens, and I got people making fake receipts about me, saying that I made my donations at Sky Hellfish, making fake fucking receipts. I don't.
No, you just said you did it. You literally just admitted that you couldn't afford it, so you took the 200 something out and paid your thing. That's what you just said. What is actually happening? Yeah, again, she made this whole thing up. She pulled this random vet. That's how much she likes vets. She pulled this random vet who had the audacity to donate and show his receipt, and it didn't look like hers. And so she targeted him. He runs a nonprofit to help vets who are suffering mental health issues from serving. And she's targeted him, doxed him. And she now is spewing the narrative that there was doctored receipts. Get the fuck out of here. She just admitted it. Ma'am, do we need to go back and listen to your own words again? I think we do.
Count for $440 or $700. Where is it? Well, I'm not even hitting nearly as hard as any of these motherfucking people are doing to me. And yet you're sitting over there in a space and a place where you are actually doing the wrong thing. You are actually lying. You are actually a motherfucking liar. Where's the money? Show your receipts. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe after you told me that you were going to do this, you've done it. I went back and looked. I asked Jenna. Nobody can see the 5,200. Nobody can find 1,000. Maybe it's it. But I think the best thing for him to do is to show his bank account showing that he paid it. Because anything over $1,200 in the state of Massachusetts is a felony and you're on bail. So I would get your receipts together and get them out to the public right away so everybody knows. People are coming after me for $220 fucking dollars of expenses that I couldn't even afford, so I just took them out of a profit of something I didn't even need to do.
I couldn't afford it, so I just took it out of a profit for something even basically she's saying that I didn't have to do. She didn't have to give the money. Ma'am. Ma'am. Yeah. Also, someone put it in the thing. That's what I recalled as well, is that he gave it directly to Karen. So again, your whatever you think this is gonna look really bad. Like again, really bad. You're just really good at making yourself look bad all on your own, and that's why you say people fat shame you. No, no one needs to fat shame you. There's plenty of other things to talk about of your disgusting behavior than to fat shame you. We don't do that here. The thumbnails are what Chat GPT sees, and they just make them what they see of the picture from your live streams. That's it. One more time. One in the chat if you'd like to hear that one more time. Or maybe two. I don't know. One in the chat if you'd like to. Oh, we got a lot of ones, Jess. Got a lot of ones for replaying your words. Yeah, exactly. Aiden doesn't owe her anything. It's delusion and projection. Oh, look at all those ones. Look at all those ones coming in. Guess that means we're gonna replay your words again. Let's see.
I could have made, because where you are actually doing the wrong thing. You are actually lying. You are actually a motherfucking liar. Where's the money? Show your receipts. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe after you told me that you were going to do this, you've done it. I went back and looked. I asked Jenna. Nobody can see the 5,200. Nobody can find 1,000. Maybe it's it. But I think the best thing for him to do is to show his bank account showing that he paid it. Because anything over $1,200 in the state of Massachusetts is a felony, and you're on bail. So I would get your receipts together and get them out to the public right away so everybody knows. People are coming after me for $220 fucking dollars of expenses that I couldn't even afford. So I just took them out of a profit of something I didn't even need to do. I could have made the full amount of money on my own and paid my goddamn fucking car bill or my electric or whatever. I could have done anything with it, right?
Again, do you want a sticker for giving some of the money? You're not getting a sticker. And if this was the case, then why didn't you just say this weeks ago? Why didn't you just say this weeks ago? Unbelievable. Do you guys think she actually realizes that she said this? I don't even know. I don't know. I mean, she was spiraling today. So I'm not even sure she realized that she said this. Yep. Unbelievable. Yeah. And she does it to herself because she can't shut up. She is literally her own worst enemy. But somehow this will be blamed on me for showing it. When her words are, her words, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. But you're gonna have everyone coming after Valhalla and me because we simply said that your receipts just didn't look like the other ones. You're gonna come out after us when you just admitted it. She was really kind of on the border of admitting it the other day, but this is a full on, I mean, I don't know what else anybody needs. She just full on admitted it. Oh yeah, she is a master gaslighter. She's got gas in the booty and gas out the mouth. Like gas all day long everywhere. This is absolutely insane. Yeah, I mean, it's so stupid. Like, as if they didn't have a personal relationship that he would have to donate that on the GiftSango. Like, that's adorable. He's also not making increments of $1,000. That's you. That's you, boo. Oh my god. This is wild. All right, well, that was definitely the takeaway of the day. But there's a little more, so we'll go ahead and listen.
You are watching that happen. You know it happens, and I got people making fake receipts about me, saying that I made my donations to Sky Hellfish, making fake fucking receipts.
Oh, Cyber Chick. I'm sorry. Cyber Chick's here, guys. One in the chat if you want me to play it again for Cyber Chick. I think that it's deserved. Cyber Chick should hear this. One in the chat if you think I should play it one more time for Cyber Chick now that she's here. Yeah. Lots of ones. Okay. Cyber Chick, this, I don't know if you listen to this. Let me take a break. I'll read super chats and then look at all those ones. Everyone wants Cyber Chick to know what we're talking about. We don't want her to miss that. Let me take a little break. I'll read super chats and then we'll go back and play this for Cyber Chick. All right. Tortoise Interference. Hey, love. How are you? Thank you for the super chat. She says, I can't figure out if she's really mad or if she's being gross as possible to get attention or is really that insane. I'm right there with you. I think it could be a combination of all three. Because a lot of times it just doesn't make sense. So I'm right there with you. Could be all three though. It's wild. But today was like she's coming unglued. Boy. Susie, thank you so much for the 10 jewels for the hiding. Forever Rudy Dog became a new member. Thank you so much. We are happy to have you. Welcome to the tribe. I think you will like it here. Shannon, how are you? 100 jewels for a high five. Thank you so much. And Lane gave 250 jewels for the MVP. Thank you, Lane. And Mr. Clutch sends a super chat and says, how much do you want to bet? It was actually 227. How fitting would that be, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I think Valhalla knows the exact amount. I'm sure he can tell us, but yeah, that would be very fitting, huh? Thank you so much. All right, Cyber Chick, you ready? You got those ears ready to go? This is what she said today while she was talking and accusing Aiden of stealing $5,000 from Karen Reed. She then let this slip.
Lying. You are actually a motherfucking liar. Where's the money? Show your receipts. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe after you told me that you were going to do this, you've done it. I went back and looked. I asked Jenna. Nobody can see the 5,200. Nobody can find 1,000. Maybe it's it. But I think the best thing for him to do is to show his bank account showing that he paid it. Because anything over $1,200 in the state of Massachusetts is a felony. And you're on bail. So I would get your receipts together and get them out to the public right away so everybody knows. People are coming after me for $220 fucking dollars of expenses that I couldn't even afford. So I just took them out of a profit of something I didn't even need to do. I could have made the full amount of money on my own and paid my goddamn fucking car bill.
Catch that, Cyber? So I just took them out of the expenses because I couldn't afford it. Yikes. Yeah. Well, why couldn't you just have said that? Like, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I think I would have had a lot more respect for her if she had just been upfront about that like weeks ago. Made it right. Yeah. Yeah. Insane. All right, let's see what else of the word vomit comes out of her mouth.
Or my electric or whatever. I could have done anything with it, right? And you are watching that happen. You know it happens, and I got people making fake receipts about me, saying that I made my donations to Sky Hellfish, making fake fucking receipts.
Nobody needs to make fake receipts. Like, you just admitted it. What everyone saw, like, your receipts didn't look the same. They didn't look the same. That's what we said. We had eyes and we voiced our opinion. That's why we just said, hey, maybe just get a receipt from them and then people will stop giving you a hard time about it. It seems pretty easy to do. But now you just admitted it. So why wouldn't you just admit it before?
I don't know if it's him. I'm allegedly. He comments that he doctors shit so that people would believe it. You got Valhalla and Lauren sharing receipts that are doctored.
Ma'am, again, we've been through this. Something was sent to me. I said, oh, what's this? Pulled it up on the screen for my chat. And I said, huh, well, if this date's accurate, that's a problem. Then you popped in the chat. And I offered you a link so you could come explain it. And I gave you the platform to just explain it because it wasn't making sense that there was a date on it. You said you didn't have that bank account. I took it for what you said. No big deal. You then can't seem to stop lying about it and saying I shared whatever. No, I didn't share anything. Something that's on Twitter and YouTube, we can discuss just like you can. It's amazing. Sorry, I lost my place because someone called.
Like, it doesn't matter what I care as long as the money got there. Any of those payments at all. You are actually doing the wrong way, so everybody knows. People are coming after me for $220 fucking dollars of expenses that I couldn't even afford, so I just took them out of a profit of something I didn't even need to do. I could have made the full amount of money on my own and paid my goddamn fucking car bill or my electric or whatever. I could have done anything with it, right? You are watching that happen. You know it happens, and I got people making fake receipts about me, saying that I made my donations to Sky Hellfish, making fake fucking receipts. I don't know if it's him. I'm allegedly. He comments that he doctors shit.
I got this fucking guy, Hellfish, making doctored receipts. And I don't know if it's him. Well, then maybe don't say it. Like, good God, there is absolutely no impulse control with this one. Does she realize how ridiculous she sounds?
That people would believe it. You got Valhalla and Lauren sharing receipts that are doctored, saying that this can't possibly be a donation. She could not have made this. It says 2014.
Never said that. Never said that.
Why is it okay that I give my opinion about Broken Baker in the context of defending someone who I considered a friend, who I thought would...
Let's talk about that, actually. Because now it just seems like you're spewing my narrative as to why I came out and defended Baker. But back then you weren't friends with her. In fact, you kicked her out of your chat and you said you can't be here. Remember? You had that fake fight? The one that I didn't believe when it happened? She wasn't allowed to be in her chat for a few days until you guys couldn't live without each other because you're exactly the same person. So you weren't friends with her at all, actually. You kicked her out of your chat. You said, you can't be here. You're making all these problems for me. You tried to blame her for everything. So, again, try again. Come up with your own narrative. Stop trying to take everyone else's everything. Like, no. You copy people's ideas. You try to steal Jimmy's pores and make t-shirts out of it. When Jimmy's the one who came up with the pores, you copy everyone. But yet you say everyone else copies you. There's nothing to copy. None of us are going through drive-thrus ordering milk for content. Everything you have done, you have brought upon yourself with your own words, your own actions. That's what's so crazy. Remember when you kicked your good buddy out? She was real big mad about it too. I'm assuming, my opinion, she probably stopped giving you money for this couple days. So then you had to make up with her and say, you can come back in the chat. But that was the friend you were sticking up for, really? Okay.
Getting shit on from everybody and who was really down bad. Why can't I do that? Why is this the result of it?
Because you were slandering him. The things that you were saying about him were serious and they were disgusting. And everyone knows him and said, no, you're not going to do that. You want to do that to some other people? We've seen it and we've had about enough. You're not going to slander someone that we know isn't like that. That's why you can't do it, because you can't just say things that are disgusting and serious and expect people to respect you, like it, or agree with you. Just like you can say some things, we can also say, no, you're a liar. You're not telling the truth. That's not Baker. That's not how he acts. That's not how it all went down. Because you, again, she was slow to something. She was late to the party. Okay. She's late to the party and everything, with her breaking news, with her trying to put stuff out. She's always late. She doesn't have it. She has it the last. We all saw this whole thing go down in real time. We saw the crash outs. We saw the horrific things that 7-Eleven, the convenience store, was saying in chats everywhere about Baker. We saw Baker saying absolutely nothing and being a stand-up guy and not wanting to talk about it. You aren't here because you're behind on everything. But for the rest of us, all of us that said, no, stop saying the lies, we were here for it. We saw what chaos she caused. We saw the things that she was doing to him, and we saw him saying absolutely nothing for months because he's better than that. And then you kept coming in, poking the baker, saying lies, spewing things like he was a PDF, disgusting things that you should never say. You do realize that if you were here in the United States, that's a huge defamation case that he would win. You do realize that, right? You can't just call people PDF files. Can't do that. That's why people stood up for Baker, because they knew exactly who Baker is. And they saw it in real time, what your friend now, not your friend when you're saying she was your friend, but your friend now was doing. That's why.
I have to step away from YouTube and be done with this place. Fine, so be it. But if I do, I am going to be such a fucking menace. I will have all the fake accounts in the world. I will be in your fucking chats.
Oof. I hope not, because that's intent, babe. That's intent. And you just put it out here on the internet for over 800 people to hear. What was it? What are you going to do again? Let's listen to that. Let's take that back again.
Why is it okay that I give my opinion about Broken Baker in the context of defending someone who I considered a friend, who I thought was getting shit on from everybody and who was really down bad? Why can't I do that? Why is this the result of it? If I have to step away from YouTube and be done with this place, fine, so be it. But if I do, I am going to be such a fucking menace. I will have all the fake accounts in the world. I will be in your fucking chats. I will be an absolute fucking chaos agent. I have done nothing to anybody except what everybody else has done.
Yeah, that's a threat. It's, again, you're not bright, you're not smart. Why would you say that? Also, farts are funny. Farts are funny. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. 100%. 100%, Andy. I don't know why it's not letting me bring this up. Oh, that's weird. It's not letting me bring up. Okay, there we go. It was stuck for a minute. I was trying to bring up Nandy's comment. Oh, okay. Hold on. There we go. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She already is. Yeah. We know. But how dumb? How dumb to put this out here.
I have handled myself with decorum when nobody's looking. I have done
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you just say you've handled yourself with decorum when no one's looking? No, actually, you just told us what you're doing when no one's looking. You just admitted that. Again, decorum and Just Machado are never going to be in the same sentence, ever. Stop it.
exactly what I should be doing in scenarios, keeping my mouth shut, looking the other way. I wasn't going to lie about hearing that Karen audio. I wasn't going to lie about it. I wasn't going to lie about it.
We know, because you wanted to be the first to come out and act like you knew something. You know, like children do.
No, it's a felony. Meredith herself is facing charges for wiretapping when he fucking wiretapped Karen Reed. I can't even. And then I'm a bad guy because I admit that I heard it. Don't play it for me. Don't record her. Don't record Karen and don't play it for me so that you can get 10 minutes of me making you feel like you're validated in everything that Karen Reed did and said to you in that call, because you need to hear validation. You need to feel like you did nothing wrong.
Because he did nothing wrong. Also, she is still trying. No one cares about the recording. Guess who else doesn't care about the recording? Karen. Because if she did, she would have pressed charges now, wouldn't she have? Stop it. Like, you sound stupid. No one cares about that. Everything is moved past that. You're trying to use this because you're trying to stay relevant. He doesn't want anything to do with you. He saw the type of person you were, and you don't like it. I don't think she does. I don't think she understands. Just like the square peg round hole, like, she didn't get that. It didn't go. Yeah. Okay.
And like I said earlier, the reason he is trying to discredit me, he is trying to make me out to be a scumbag.
No, he's not trying. No one has to try to discredit you anymore. You have discredited yourself in the last few months. You did that all by yourself. You don't have anybody but to blame but yourself, your own words, your own actions. You.
He's trying to make me be a fucking loser to the whole internet is for this. So when I say to you, he called me and he told me that he hadn't paid the $5,200 and that it was like, fuck it, Karen didn't need the money. I did.
Right, because anybody would call and tell you about something like that. Come back to the world that we actually live in. You're up in space with Karen's Lexus, okay? That wouldn't happen, never happened. That doesn't even make sense.
And now this is why he doesn't want you to believe me. So don't believe me. Don't believe me. Don't believe me.
We don't.
Maybe he paid it after that. I don't know. I don't see it.
After you just came on here and said, you didn't pay her. Maybe, yeah, exactly. This is how credible you are. Because the only way he could have paid her is on the Gifts and Go. Dear Lord, she needs some help.
I haven't seen it. Jenna hasn't seen it.
You don't have to see it. It's none of your business. He doesn't owe you anything.
Nick hasn't seen it. So unless it's hidden in there,
Well, according to the chat, we'll look at it, but Nick isn't going to back you up on this one there, Mushato.
unless he paid $25, $50 anonymously all over the course of the time since February, then
I don't know. Aiden doesn't have to do that. He also doesn't need to steal money from her. Stop. You're gross. This is also slanderous. Like, stop it. Like, you're accusing him with zero proof. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? See, that's the thing. When you come and you say serious accusations, you have to have proof. If you don't, that's slanderous.
but definitely take your time and do a spreadsheet, sir, about how many times I mentioned your name. A lot. The answer is a lot.
Oh, we know.
It's also not illegal to talk about you on the internet. It's not illegal to talk about you.
That's correct. At least you got one thing correct. It is not illegal. But you also can't just say anything. Like, you can't yell fire at a theater.
On my show. It's not illegal to say the name Aiden Carney. I also resent the fact that like my supporters have to like secretly say they like me, or if they say they like me, now they got a shitty nickname.
Are you new here? Nothing you do, nothing your little bunnies do is secret. They're all whoo-hoo out there hopping around.
They got a bad nickname. They're bunions. They're all the shit like that. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
Ma'am, Jolene, mom came up with that. Now this is Aiden's fault for Jolene's nickname of the bunions. Yesterday, everything, including global warming, and, you know, everything rotten on this planet was Jolene's fault. Today, it's Aiden's fault. Make up your mind.
Good morning. You're live.
Oh,
Good morning, dear.
Good morning.
I love you so much. I'm down south in the heart of Dixie of Alabama.
Oh, good morning.
I am one of your biggest fans, and I
Thank
want to
you.
tell you, my heart to see you have to defend yourself. These people are scumbags. And I hope that you get to a point to where it doesn't bother you and you're able to say your piece about what's being said about you and move forward and rise above it, because we know, your bunnies know the truth.
your buddies
This is
know.
October, November. I was barely monetized.
So-
like I wasn't.
So she did all that, right? And then she just randomly starts taking phone calls as fast as she's like shit talking. She's just like, "You're live." So then there are just a bunch of people again blindly coming in, telling her how great she is and all of this stuff and how bad Turtle Boy is and all of this crazy stuff. Let's see.
He doesn't get convicted, which there's a very good possibility he won't. And by
Oh,
that case,
This is interesting because you remember the other day she was telling him, who's going to take care of your kids when you go to jail, Aiden? That's how irresponsible you are. You're going to leave your kids and go to jail. And now today she's like, well, there's a big chance that he won't go to jail. You fucking think?
any of these charges, I don't feel he should ever be charged with these things, right? It's all part of a bigger picture of corruption. But like ultimately, he's not going to go to jail. And it is going to inflate his ego to a larger size that we are not even going to be able to deal
He already knows he's not going to jail, okay?
with. He is going to be insufferable.
That's you. This is deflection.
It's going to empower him. It is going to clear him socially. It is just going to, I know that's what's going to happen. He's going to be found not guilty. He's not going to do any jail time, and he is going to be insufferable.
Yeah. I mean, do you think he's ever going to work again? I mean, it's weird. Other people have court things going on, yet they still have to go to work every day. I mean,
Says she's talking to the person who just goes and gets coffee every day. You think Turtle Boy's gonna have to work? You think he'll have to write stories? Dude, are you new here? That's always what he's done. Oh my gosh.
what the hell does he do all day long? You know, really? What do you do all day long?
He is on social media. He watches every comment. He looks at every post. It doesn't matter who you are, if it's negative against him.
Deflection, deflection, deflection. This is you.
He looks at it. He looks at who you are. He tries to figure out who you are. He blocks. I mean, he spends pretty much all
This is
day.
literally all she and her bunions do. Oh my god. Does she really think but it like her bunion just believe everything. They just believe everything. But this is exactly what they do.
On the internet. That's what he does. That's what he does.
And so, like, he's not even doing what he used to do, which was it seems like a lot of the things he wrote about too, he didn't really do any investigating into. He just, read a few things here and there, and that's what he calls fact checking.
Right.
He doesn't actually go pull the papers.
Right. Right. Well, obviously not. I mean,
obviously, yeah.
Obviously not. I know.
This is what happens when you surround yourself with yes people. Unbelievable.
And what was the other thing? I think that was it. Anyways, hang in there, girl.
Thanks, Dave.
I love that you are not going into, because in the beginning it was like, no, we're just going to not say it. We're just not going to talk about it now. At this point, too many lies become truth, and I love that you're standing up. And at this point, I think you're doing a great job. You're playing your cards well.
Thank you.
Don't you get
All the cards she doesn't have, right? Those ones that we'll never see because they don't exist.
up for a second.
Thank you. I won't.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
You too. Goodbye. Not necessarily playing cards right. It's just I am getting very frustrated, aggravated, annoyed. All of the above. All of the above. What is this? That was a oh no. Hold on one second, caller. That was looks like Jessica Walsh is getting calls at her business.
You expect us to believe that? You expect us to believe that was a real call? Okay. We don't.
People are threatening to come to her office and protest.
No, they're not. And also, it's a protest. We can do that in America, but no one believes that. Nobody.
Caller, you're live on 24 and 24.
Hi, Mr. Attorney. Hi, caller.
You know what I mean?
What?
Nurse policy.
I got just the girl for you.
I mean, this is what her show is. Like now, there's just random people calling.
Boat that sometimes in the water.
Nobody cares.
I mean,
Nobody cares.
Insurance agents really are friends. If you don't keep up on them, you'll get ripped off.
Maybe try Homer T. Brown Insurance Agency.
I'm thinking of it because I'm definitely I'm a Bunny or a Betsy Bunny. I go back and forth.
You sound like
Well, I'm sorry if you're new here. Arkansas Bestie got Bestie in the divorce, so none of you are besties. You're all happy bunnies.
oh,
Yeah, no, I'm not. No, he's in me.
okay.
And last time we spoke,
Who hates Jimmy? Who hates my brother Jimmy? No one. No one.
I think I led the stairs.
The stairs.
The stairs. I was. In my fantasy world, I was going to get Jimmy to win. got me up as Scarlett over here. I was going to come down the stairs.
Boy, people really get mad about Arkansas Bestie's staircase. Okay.
And what blew up since then? Like, what the going on?
I'm not sure. I don't know exactly what's going on.
Crazy. Like, I don't know who I'm supposed to like anymore, but I knew Turtle Boy before I heard of you, but I was a bestie on the radio.
That's correct.
You think you heard about Turtle before her? Yeah. Welcome to everyone.
I have it saved in my phone as caller and then your name.
Yeah, I'm not a voice from the shadow. No, anyway, it's crazy. I watched Aiden's thing last night.
Oh.
Like, his command of the Karen Reed case was like, what really the author was kind of, it was confrontational, and that reminded me of
The interview he had with the author last night was confrontational.
Oh, Jess, please don't pretend that you didn't watch it. We all know you did.
Yeah, he was like, you know this, you know that, you know that. It was like, remember how he was with you in the exit?
Yes. Yes, I do.
So, of course you do. So, yeah, no, he was, no, confrontational is the right word. He's a talented guy, but he's a punk, and he's,
Yeah.
like, I've never sent, I wouldn't send $5 to you, I wouldn't send $5 to him.
Right.
But I almost wanted to send $5 and go like, "Are you really gonna die on this? Or why are you taking on Jess?" Like,
He doesn't get convicted, which there's a very good possibility.
Because what he did to Karen, I will never forget.
He doesn't get convicted.
Because what he
All right, let's take a pause. I'm gonna do some super chats. This is like, it's just her delusional bunnies calling in saying outrageous things and not having information because they just listen to her. And so that's pretty much how the rest of the show goes. Special K, thank you so much for the super chat. She says she has got some explaining to do. Yeah, I think she just explained everything. Yeah, she should have just been honest weeks ago and made it right, and then probably would have came off a lot better. Thank you so much. Kimbo, hello. Thank you so much for your 800 joules for the Gigi keys. Thank you. Special K also sent 6 more joules for the chili. Thank you. Jen Wilson sent 200 joules for the sunshine. Pretty fly for a Wi-Fi. How are you, babe? Sent 10 joules for a floating heart. Jen P, hey, love. Sent a super chat that says compulsive liars often accuse people of doing the same crap that they're doing to deflect. 100%. 100% they do. Yeah. Yeah. We see this with her. We see it all the time. So much of her content is her deflecting. It's wild. Oh, wait. Lori Jean, how are you, babe? Farchado stole from veterans. Well, I mean, that's exactly what she just said. I don't think anybody has to wonder anymore. I think she literally just admitted that. I wonder if she realizes she just admitted that. Or was she just too big on a rant that she's didn't realize what came out of her mouth? I don't know, but it's wild. Thank you, Lori. Arkansas Bestie, thank you so much. You are too generous. You are so generous. Thank you so much for your super chat. She said, did they ever have a funeral for the name Bestie? No. Need them to go ahead and do that. Could someone make a motion? Yes. Motion for them to cut themselves off from the word bestie that they said they no longer wanted. It belongs to Katie and Arkansas Bestie. Okay. Belongs to her. So motion for that. Someone will agree in the chat. Everyone say aye. Yeah, that's funny how they never did that. And she has now been calling, like, I think that guy or somebody on the phone call. She's like, "Bye, bestie." I'm like, "Oh, I thought that you didn't like that term." So I don't know. You have it. It was here. She said it online, and you should really just get the patent on it, and then she can't. Thank you, guys. If you're not subbed up to Arkansas Bestie, uh, please do so. She's got a great channel. She's brand new. She's already killing it. And it pisses Machado off because she went behind her back and started a channel, even though she didn't, even though Machado was telling her this whole time she should start a channel. And yeah, so Jess doxed her and all her tax documents, what her husband does for a living, their businesses, their children's names, all those things that fine, upstanding people do. So yes, please go sub to her. I'm sure that my amazing mods will be dropping all of the links. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Let's see here. Also, guys, go sub to Bay Harbor Beauty. She also has been attacked by Machado. Jen P. Yes, I do. It is right up here. This little thing. That should be my Venmo thingy, Bobby. I forget that it's up there. Thank you for asking. Go sub to Bay Harbor Beauty. Her products are incredible. I just got my products from her. I'm already loving them. And I'm going to do a show all about the stuff and all the stuff that I like, because I know a lot of you have been asking me about that. I'm waiting for like one more product to come in, and then I can give you the rundown, but I'm already loving them. My skin is already feeling soft. It's only been like a day and a half. So go sub to her. Not only is she great, she's freaking hilarious. She has a channel. Her products are fantastic. And also Jess Machado has been shitting all over her because actually I think we're going to play a clip. We're going to play a clip in a little bit. But just go sub to her and then we'll play a clip.
I will never forget.
Okay, this lady's just crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, she's eating again on the chat.
Because I did hear that he talked about the Betero thing.
Oh, okay. Now she's going to talk about Mr. Betero.
Let me think about that. Let me read these
You
text
need to
messages.
keep
Yeah.
Mr. Bettero's name out your mouth, okay?
Caller, thank you. Oh shit. Sorry, bestie. So let's read these. Because I did hear that he talked about the Betero thing last night. Now the caller is bringing it up again. So let's actually talk about the Betero thing. So in December 15th of last year, he mentioned this somewhere or something. Now, hold on. So I don't remember exactly what day it was. But he called me and he told me that Betero was done. Okay. He told me Betero was done. On the phone, called me and told me Betero was done. Now, Meredith spoke about it. On Monday, December 15th, I said, just for the record, you told me Betero was done. I never posted it. I never talked about it. I went away with my husband for the weekend. So I did a show. I was on.
Also, I used to watch her show, right? Like, that's not a secret. She was telling everyone her and Jeff have never been away on a vacation in like all these years and everything. But this was like last year and they went away for the weekend. Okay.
Show. He called me and he told me Betero was done, or it was right after the show. Told me Betero was out, Betero was done. He was fucked, is what he told me. And then by Monday or Tuesday when I came back, I discussed it because Meredith had posted Betero was out. So not only did I have Aiden telling me Betero was out, but then by the time I came back from my weekend with my husband, it was clear the public knew that Betero was out because Meredith was posting about it. So I talked about it and he flipped out. or whatever. So I said, just for the record, you told me better was done. I never posted it. I never talked about it. I went away with my husband for the weekend. I came home, saw Meredith's post about you calling her, and assumed that you told her the same thing you told me. I talked about it this morning for 7 minutes and corrected it in the moment after you spoke about it. So actually, let's pull up that live stream. Let's pull up the Monday, December 15th live stream for Jess Machado.
Again, Aiden just did this. You're doing reruns. So if anyone wants to see that, go watch Aiden. He did it all last night. All she does is rerun. She takes everybody's stuff and acts like it wasn't done before. Like, this is insane. How are you, Georgia Cat Mom? Good to see you. So again, if you want to see that, go watch it on Aiden's stream from his Sunday live from yesterday. I mean, all it sounds like to me is she wants the valid truth journey sooner than later. That's really what it sounds like, because she can't quit poking the turtle. She just can't. She cannot do it. All right.
So upset Aiden, and he said the Betero part, that was not your story to tell. I did not tell you to blast that.
So here she's now reading more personal texts that even Aiden didn't read last night, you know, in true Machado fashion.
This man called me, told me that Betero quit. I did a show. I never said anything. I went away for the weekend, never said anything. And then when I came back on Monday, it was all over the internet that Betero quit. Meredith had put it up. So why would I think anything other than he told me Betero quit? Meredith knows that Betero quit. So now I will talk about Betero quitting. Why are you mad at me that I talked about that? It was public. It was all over the internet. And then he lies. He says, I did not tell you to blast that. I said, it was all over by the time I elaborated on it. And he goes, it was an unconfirmed rumor that you reported as truth by Meredith. I said, I didn't even post it. He goes, I didn't tell her that either. I said, wait a second. Are you
Is that what she said, Demi? I don't know.
fucking saying I told her? And he goes, no, she printed a lie, several lies. I said, there's a live stream going on right now where all of your friends are lying about me doing all your dirty work. Save it. Oh, this is where I always felt God was telling me to befriend you. Is this where I talk about his mom or something like that?
Oh, you want to, she just glosses over that.
You're not going to use that story as emotional blackmail and ignore the only issue I have with you. So he took the story down, not because it was like the right thing to do. He took it down because he didn't want me to use it as emotional blackmail again.
No. Nice try. Nice try. No. He was calling you out because of this shit you said and trying to deflect from what you did. And he was calling you out on your manipulation all the way back then.
Yeah. Did he talk? Did he read the text messages? Yeah, can you please read the whole thing about God and his mom? Okay. I thought he read that.
Oh, he did, but they want you to because you glossed over the nasty things that you said about his mom.
So there was a live stream going on right now where all your friends are lying about me doing all your dirty work. Save it. He goes, no one does my dirty work. I said, I don't care. He said, I have no idea what you're talking about, but obviously I can't talk to you about moving forward. I am nothing but content for you. I am someone whose private conversations you can use to blast to your followers and cause me more problems. You don't give a shit about.
No, it's hers.
Real world harm it causes me. It doesn't bother you in the least. I'm not even a person to you. I'm just content. And I responded, Aiden, you wrote a story about me. And for one day I thought about killing myself. I prayed about that. I always felt God was telling me to befriend you, to show you that there was another way to do things. I held on for
Well, just it's interesting that you say that because you know where you could have gone. You could have reached out to Hellfish Haven and his nonprofit who helps the veterans who feel like that. But instead, you're shitting all over him and trying to discredit him so that it discredits those vets who are feeling like that to not go there. So it's funny that you should mention that because that's who you're attacking also is people who need help. He's out there doing good and you're preventing and you're discouraging those people from seeking help and going to him. So again, shame on you for that. I will keep saying that because that's gross. And for someone who allegedly supports veterans and the PTSD that they endure, all you're doing is hurting veterans.
Long time, even when I knew things you did were wrong, even after you fucked me over. I still believe that you need grace and support, but you aren't the only one who gets to say whatever the fuck they want on a live stream. And don't respond. And for what it's worth, my inbox is full of your supporters who love you but agree with everything I said. And he said, oh, okay, so you're turning people against me. And I said, no, not at all. He goes, I have dozens of people in my inbox pointing out who fucked up and violating it is for you to take your private conversations and turn them into content. You refuse to even acknowledge that. I said, well, I hope those messages are comforting. He goes, and this is some condescending bullshit. God told you to befriend me because you're alone and you alone can guide me in the right direction. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the grandiosity of that statement is wild.
And I said, you skipped right over the part about me wanting to kill myself. He goes, no, I saw that. And I'm sorry that you wanted to kill yourself when that article came out several years ago. I offered to take it down many times and you've said no. But you're not going to use that as emotional blackmail and ignore the only issue I have with you. I said, you are not sorry. And I said, emotional blackmail? Aiden, I'm sorry, but this whole conversation is a bit too much. He goes, why are you trying to turn all of my supporters against me? I'm sorry I sent that screenshot to Meredith. I don't remember why I did that. It was months ago. And essentially that screenshot was me saying that I would share the Olivia and Flip video, which I had denied that I was a part of. And he shared it with Meredith, and then Meredith made it public. And he said he was sorry he sent the screenshot to Meredith. I don't remember why I did that. I said, I'm sorry I share things you tell me. He goes, can you please stop turning people against me? I haven't said a bad word about you. Now I have even more people turning on me. And I said, sure. And he said, thank you. Thursday, December 18th. Hello, can you please give me a call when you get a chance? I value you as a friend. I did not respond. Several hours later, can you please call me? And I said, I do not want to get into an argument with you. He said, I'm not looking to argue with you at all, but I would really appreciate speaking with you on the phone. I didn't respond. He goes, please. And I said, I'm very much caught off guard with the Kim situation right now. And he goes, me too. Can I please call you? I said, I'm having some issues with my service. Just tried to call you, but it didn't go through. And I said, Kim's post about me is wrong. It's terrible. You caused all of this with these audios, recording Karen, asking me to leak the Flip audio. All of this shit is because of your stupid choices. I really hope you change your behavior. So
you chose to say whatever you said about anything. Quit trying to pass it off on anyone else. You're a grown adult.
you stop indirectly hurting people who care about you. And then he responded, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you or her. I said, you do not need to do the things you do. Real friends don't need screenshots or recordings. Your word used to mean something. This will pass, but it was all very unnecessary. If you talk to Kim, let her know I am willing to move past this for the greater good. He said, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused others as a result of my shitty life choices. I said, if you were not sorry, then we'd have a problem. I believe you will find your way out of this whole phase and come out on top. I'm sorry for sharing our convos with followers. I can still talk about important things without any of that. And he goes, thanks, that was my only real issue. And then right after that, something happened in New Jersey. And I sent him a message, are you okay? What's going on with New Jersey? And he responds, I'm never okay. And I said, I'm checking in on you. And he goes, I'm sorry. I'm really fucked up from Meredith. I mean,
just dead air. Lots of dead air. Sounds like he was being an adult and you weren't, and you were not wanting to hash the situation out. exactly like you did again. I mean, it's just the same thing, different day.
It's just so like, what did Kim or do or say back then? Kim had put up a post and it was like attacking me, but it was rightfully so. It was when she was denying knowing about the audio.
Yes, exactly, Kelly. She never read the mom comment that her person in her chat asked her to read. She skipped right over that one, didn't she?
Has come forward and had a different conversation with her followers about that. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's 12:14. We've had ourselves a day full of drama.
Just like you like it. All right. So I want to just, again, I talked about Bay Harbor. She's great. Go sub to her. But I want to bring up something that was said. Again, I wish that the bunnies would do their research on their own and not just listen to, you know, the narrative that's being spewed in that second when she's mad at someone, because again, her words change all the time. What she says in her story constantly is evolving. It's constantly changing to fit her narrative for the day that she's on. Last night on Dirty Dishwater, she said this about Bay Harbor.
They have a beauty. Girl, I see you. Julie, I understand that shit with Jess or whatever, but I don't think Jess knew that she could make money. I don't think Julie told her that she could make money off of us buying her shit, because Jess Machado would be like, what, cha-ching? I want the money. You know, I think Jimmy told
At least she knows she's all about the money.
her, and that's how she found out. So, like, right there, to me, like, learning that's kind of shady. Oh, please. Please. Because the people in Melanie Little's chat hate her. Because I had to stick up for her one day because, you know, like, they have a beauty.
Okay, so she's calling Julie shady because she never told Jess, okay? Yeah. Well, let's see. Okay?
Now, I will say full disclosure, I don't pay for my Bay Harbor beauty products. I get them comped to me, I guess is the way that you could say it. I also want to let you know that I could, for everybody who says that they purchased from Jess Machado show, I could earn 15% commission on that. I choose not to, and I choose to give you a 10% off code, which is like, I don't know what it is. Is Bay Harbor Beauty still here? I think it's like Jess Machado show or Jess Machado. You get 10% off. So use that code to get 10% off. All of that being said, there have definitely been times in my life where I could not justify.
Okay. So here we have it out of Jess's own mouth that she knew she could get that money, but she chose not to. So again, the bunnies just might want to do a little digging around, and they'll see. Also, just FYI, that code's not good anymore. It's gone. So if you're looking for the 10%, it's that code won't get it for you. So anyways, just want to clear that up because she's been shitting on Julie and Bay Harbor Beauty because she can't be professional and have a professional relationship. So again, everyone go sub to Bay Harbor Beauty, and we are going to be doing a stream about their products soon. Yeah, I just don't know. It's wild. So let's see. Yeah, again, it's so stupid. Like, again, why are you trying to lie when you're on the internet every day? The things you say are there. That's what you do for a living. So like, people are going to be able to remember the lies, and we go over them here. That's what we do. We just go over your words. So if you're mad, then you're mad at your words and me pointing out how they don't match up. But again, she likes to attack people and call people barren because they don't have children. By the way, there's a lot of people who would love to have kids and can't have kids. There's a lot of people who have lost kids. Again, you're gross. You're despicable. It's gross. It's gross behavior. And I hope that, one day you realize that your behavior, again, yours alone, is yours. And the reason people don't like you is because of that behavior and the things that you say and the things that you continually choose to do. It's gross. Yeah, it was ridiculous. And the thing is that I know people who have lost children, who have tried for so many years to have children, and for her to just throw that out there, it's despicable. But this is the type of person she is. It's gross. And Valhalla is 100% right. She's 50. She's not going to learn. She's not going to change. You have to want to internally change and do work on yourself just to do it anyways. But this woman doesn't want to change anything. She doesn't think she's ever wrong. So yeah. So you can, but I don't think that code was only good for through Rat House's thing to like midnight or something. So I don't think so. I think Bay Harbor has another code that you can use to get like 10% off, but that code, the Turtle Boy thing, it's not being matched anymore. But Bay Harbor Beauty also brought in a lot of money that they added, I think like over $400 or something to add to the total. And again, Rat House Media did an amazing fundraiser for Aiden. I was honored to be on, and they raised over 11 grand for him. It was fantastic. And it was a very fun fundraiser. Everybody. Okay, there we go. All right. So it is still working. Turtle Boy 15. There we go. So we'll replace that code with Turtle Boy 15. Thank you, Bay Harbor. So yes, it was a great fundraiser. Okay, it's still active. Perfect. Yes. So do that. And she's got some incredible products. So yeah, it was gross. And the things that she says she's responsible for, not for anyone else. And she twisted around to try to make it everyone else's fault when it's only hers. Only she's responsible for her behaviors, things that come out of her mouth, and the things she chooses to do. And every day is a choice. And okay, that's the code. Just Turtle Boy. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, it was gross, and a lot of people took offense because a lot of people have struggled with fertility issues. There's about 1,000,001 reasons why people might not have a child, might not have a kid. Also, people's worth are not determined on how many children they have, if there's a ring on their finger, or if they're in a relationship. If your worth is determined on those 3 things, you should please go get some help, because that is not a healthy mindset. That's alarming. So those are just facts. All right, let me see here. Thank you, Side Eyes Jess, for your super chat. It says, but what's our secret code? Say it. Oh yeah, it's 1-800 fuck directly off, and you get 10 or 15% off when you say it. That's our code here. If you missed that stream, that was spicy, Lauren. Cassie baby, thank you so much for your super chat. She said, my jaw hit the floor when she said that about you. Then today saying Aiden is a horrible father. She thinks the most horrific stuff so easily. Yeah. And it's again, she's the one that looks like a joke, because she has said so many times that Aiden is a great father. I mean, I haven't heard anyone say anything other than that. So again, it's gross. You sound stupid because you're constantly contradicting yourself. You've said what an amazing father he is multiple times. And you just sound like an idiot. And it's like, we all see that. I don't know. I don't know. The whole thing is wild. Um, I was really hoping for a week off from her complete vile content, but no, she couldn't do it. She couldn't do the week. So she's gotta, she's gotta attack people. She needs the drama. Otherwise nobody's watching. But again, we go over her words. Jolene goes over them. Oh yeah, no, she said Jolene is a terrible mother. Jolene doesn't have kids. I know. She just ends up saying the dumbest stuff. The absolute dumbest stuff. So yeah, good luck. Don't poke the turtle. And he told her that like a million times, and she just kept poking. And that's what happens. You completely attack someone for so long and do shitty things to them, they're eventually going to say something. That's exactly what happened with Baker. The man stayed silent. I don't know how he did it for as long as he did it, but then she kept coming after him, inserting herself in something that had nothing to do with her. And he finally went off on her. I don't know how he didn't do it sooner. It's wild. So she did the same thing with Aiden. So yeah, it's crazy. Yes. So you can still, Bay Harbor still has that code going, and 15% goes to TB's defense fund. So it's really a win-win. You get incredible products, and you're also donating to Turtle Boy's defense fund. It's a wonderful thing. So you can't go wrong. You're going to love the products, and you're helping him out too. Turtle Boy himself used the products. He put it all over his eyelashes. But anyways, yeah, it's good stuff. You're going to like it. Like I said, this community is fantastic. That's why when we have someone who is an agent of chaos coming in, trying to disrupt it, trying to lie about people in our community, a lot of us take it serious, especially when we're friends with those people and we know what type of people they really are. We will stand up for it because we do value this community. You guys are incredible. We value freedom of speech. We value all of the democracy here. And we have fights that we still are doing. We have fought for people in the past, and we will fight for people in the future. We don't like corruption here. So when you come in and you try to disrupt that and start chaos and shit talking people, then yeah, people aren't going to like that. And people are going to call you out for saying false stuff about good people who are who are genuinely here to help. If you've known Baker, you know what he does. He is willing to help anyone with their new channels. He's willing to help me with my IT. God knows I need it. He's just a good person. And, saying these things about people who have done nothing but good in this community is despicable. And I'm just so sick of it. Like, go find another group of people to make your content about, because we're all fed up with it here. But she can't. She cannot do it. So anyways, I appreciate you guys being here. I may do a live tomorrow. I'll be traveling for work, so I may or may not. I will try to do one, but it will probably be from my hotel. We'll just see. We'll play it by ear. Wednesday, I won't be able to do anything, but I will try to go live sometime tomorrow evening. But, I hope we don't have much to talk about. I would love to cover some other stuff. The Lindsay Clancy stuff. If you saw Reddington today, he was spicy Reddington. He's always spicy. He was extra spicy, and I loved it. He's just awesome. He's a great attorney, and being such a wonderful advocate for Lindsay, and really for any of his clients, but especially for this case. So yeah, you guys are so welcome. Thank you for being here. I love all you guys. Baker is going to have a stream. I think he's going to be talking about some good stuff too. So make sure you check Baker out. I think it's at like 10:30 or something. So please go give Baker a watch, a sub. Please hit the like button on your way out. And if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for being here. I will talk to you guys soon, and I love you guys. Bye.
Justice for Kelsey.